After the events of the first film, things have spiraled out of control. Animals are being used for manual labor and brutalized by humans. They are forced to carry heavy weights, but feel weak and are still forced to continue work. Just then, the security feels someone's presence, and the animals start to get out of control. They break out of their chain, and a man tries to whip them. But his whip gets taken away by the Wicked Witch of the West. She flies through her broom and takes out all the men one by one as the animals break away from their chains and run free. Elphaba finally gets down after having defeated everyone. Soon she notices all the monkeys are flying towards her to capture her, but she flies away. The rumors spread like wildfire among the citizens of Emerald City. Madame Morrible spreads false news about Elphaba and says that she is lying about the Wizard of Oz. All the townfolk are scared to death, not knowing when the Wicked Witch will strike again. Elphaba has taken refuge in a secluded place deep in the woods. She wishes to reveal the truth about Oz and save the people and the animals from his lies. Glinda, on the other hand, has taken the throne of the Good Witch. She is more loved than ever by everyone. Fiero has become the general of the army and is in a relationship with Glinda. She is getting ready to officially become the leader and is preparing her wardrobe. She finds Madame Morrible waiting outside her room. She says that they need to have a discussion alone and takes her to the room. She tells Glinda that people are over the edge with the entire situation and she needs to give them moral support and lift them up. She then shows Glinda her new mode of transport which can fly. She gets on it and gets excited by using the button, which creates a bubble around it. Morrible says that Oz has created it for her as he believes that she needs to look airborne as a witch with magical power. She says that Glinda doesn't have any powers, but they will disguise themselves with inventions so that the people of the town can be deceived for their own good. She then hands her a wand to sell the fantasy. Glinda remembers that when she was a child, she was given a wand as a birthday present. She tries to show her friends a magic trick, but nothing happens. But just then, a rainbow appeared, and she took the credit for creating it to impress her friends by lying. But she was sad, as she didn't possess magical power. Her mother consoled her and said that all she ever needs to feel happy is for people to love her, which they do. She then uses her carriage and goes to the crowd gathering as the entire crowd breaks into thunderous applause. She is escorted by Fiero and declares that from now on, they will be led by the wizard himself. All the Munchkins dance in joy as Morrible promises a wicked witch-free world for them. Fiero also announces that his entire team is hunting for Elphaba, and they will not stop until they do. Morrible announces Fiero's engagement to Glinda, leaving him shocked. She says that she and the wizard planned it. They are the perfect couple, and together they will be able to create the perfect fairy tale. Morrible says that they are striving to protect the town from the Wicked Witch. The Munchkins have started to spread horrible rumors about her that aren't true. Fiero is horrified by the accusations and protests. Glinda takes him away, and he says that he can't go along with this. Glinda says that she can't stand people talking about Elphaba either, but it is her moral duty to go along with it. Fiero says that she is doing this because she can't resist the attention she is getting. She says that it's true, but Elphaba left on her own free will, and they can't do anything about it. Fiero finally agrees and says that he will marry her if that makes her happy. She gets back on the stage as Fiero excuses himself. She says that things did not exactly turn out the way she wanted, but she is finally happy. They participate in a joyous celebration, and just then, Elphaba appears. Everyone runs away in fear. She uses her magic to write, "Our wizard lies." But Morrible uses her power to change it and write, "Oz dies." All the monkey runs behind her, and she flies away. They try to capture her, but all their efforts go to vain. Fiero finally reaches the woods and steps forward, keeping his army behind. He tells his troops that there is no one, and they leave from there. Elphaba comes out of hiding. She gets back to her cottage and remembers the good times that she had spent with everyone, but now they have turned their backs on her, since Governor Thorpe's death. Nessa has taken her position. She is with Bach when a man comes with a letter for her to sign. She says that it's a law that animals will need a permit to travel. Bach says that she can't do it. She says that if she doesn't sign it, then everyone will think that she is just like her sister. She says that Elphaba abandoned her when she needed her the most and did not show up for their father's funeral. She thanks Bach for showing up for her. He says that he is glad that he could do it. But now it's time to move on. She gets infuriated and asks him to leave immediately. Before leaving, she says that they will see each other again. Bach is preparing to leave for Emerald City, and arrives at the station. He gets stopped by the guard, who says that, according to the new rules that Nessa has applied, no munchkins can leave the land without a permit. Everyone is escorted out, leaving Bok horrified by Nessa's decision. Elphaba is looking around the town when she notices a gathering of animals. She sees that they are leaving Oz with their families through a secret passage. Elphaba begs for them to stay and fight for freedom, but they say that will put them in cages. Just then, Dulcibert shows up, and she hugs him. He says that they have no other way but to flee Oz. She says that the place beyond Oz is emptiness, and they can't survive that. The bear says that she can't survive in Oz, as they will never stop until she is dead. She says that she loves Oz even though the place never loved her. She says that it is home, and no matter what it takes, she will make it livable for everyone. She influences everyone, and says that the land belongs to all of them, and they need to fight for it. They start to believe her, but just then, the cowardly lion shows up and asks everyone not to trust her. The monkeys also fly and spot her. The lion says that she stole him from his family when he was a cub. Elphaba says that she freed him from a cage, and if she hadn't done that, he would have never spoken. He also accuses her of giving wings to the monkeys. She accepts it, but says that she was tricked into doing so. Everyone loses faith in her and leaves from there. Nessa has forcefully employed Bok as her personal assistant. She tries to get her way with him, but he has turned cold and resentful. He then notices the news about Fiero and Glinda's marriage and steals the paper. After he leaves, one of the windows opens automatically, and she feels someone's presence there. Just then, Elphaba shows up there. She says that she needs Nessa's help. Nessa says that she couldn't even bother to show up for their father, and she owes an apology for that. Elphaba says that she doesn't owe anything, as he hated her. She says that it's behind them, but now it's time for them to reunite. Nessa says that she helped all those animals, but never helped her. Elphaba says that she refused to take her help, but Nessa says that she needs it now. She says that she wants to go back to the night she met Bok and wore her favorite shoes. She recalls the memory of that evening and begs Elphaba for help. Just then, a page on the Book of Grimiri shows up, and she starts to cast spell. The shoes gain magical power, and Nessa starts to flow in the air. Her happiness knows no bounds, and Elphaba is also elated, as for the first time, she could do something good with her magic. Just then, Bok barges into the room and sees everything. He is scared to see Elphaba, but Nessa says that she came there just to help her, and now they will be able to have a good life. But he says that he needs to see Glinda immediately. He saw the news of her getting married, but before that happens, he needs to confess his love to her. Nessa is furious and says that she will not let him leave. Elphaba is shocked to know that she has been keeping him like a prisoner. In a jealous rage, she goes to the book and starts to cast spell. Elphaba tries to stop her by saying that she is saying all the words wrong. Bok tries to run, but he stops and feels unbearable pain. Nessa asks Elphaba for help, but she says that a spell once cast can never be reversed. She blames Elphaba for coming there, but Elphaba says that she will use a new spell to save him and kicks her out of the room. Elphaba casts a new spell, and after some time, she comes out of the room. She says that he is safe and asleep. Nessa asks her about his heart, but she says that he won't need one. She then says that she is going to the wedding to address the crowd. Nessa asks her to stay with her, but she says that she has done everything that she could, but it's never going to be enough for her. She leaves, and soon after, Bok gets up from his sleep. She is elated, but he breaks open the door and comes out as a tin man. He asks Nessa about what she has done to him, but she blames Elphaba. He is shattered by his appearance and is about to attack Nessa. But she again blames Elphaba for everything, and he leaves from there. Morrible announces Glinda's wedding, and Elphaba soon reaches there as well. Everyone is ready for the wedding as the town is decorated for the biggest event ever held. Glinda is getting ready when suddenly her window breaks. She goes to her balcony and says that she knows that Elphaba is there. She finally shows herself, and Glinda asks her to get into the room before the monkeys spot her. She hugs her and says that she is glad to find her friend alive. Elphaba says that she just came to see her. Glinda says that she will be killed if the monkeys see her. She says that they will speak to the wizard and fix everything, but Elphaba says that it's between her and the wizard. Glinda tries to convince her, but she flees from there. The wizard is playing with his creation when Elphaba shows up there. She says that his game is over. Just then, Glinda shows up as well, and Elphaba reprimands the wizard, who confesses to everyone that he has no real powers and he has been fooling everyone all along. Wizard says that they should start from the beginning, and Glinda agrees. But Elphaba says that it's too late and he needs to come clean to everyone. But the wizard says that it's of no use. No matter what he tells them, they will never believe a thing because they want to believe in his powers. Glinda says that it's true, and she should join hands with them as well. They will be able to prove her innocence, and she could be back in society again. Elphaba says that the wizard lied to gain the trust of the people, and it's not a foundation for a good society. But the wizard disagrees and says that the truth is simply what most people believe in. They dance in joy as the wizard convinces Elphaba to leave her rebellion behind. But just then, something comes to Elphaba's mind. She says that she will be on his side, but he needs to stop painting the animals as the villain and set all the monkeys free. The wizard agrees to do so, and Glinda's happiness knows no bounds. She says that she will meet her at the altar once they have freed all the monkeys. The wizard hands her the keys and takes her towards the cage. She opens the locks and sets them free. She apologizes and says that she can't undo what she has already done, but now they are finally free. They still can't talk, but with her help, all of them escape their captivity. The wizard goes to get ready. But just then Elphaba notices the leader of the monkey chistery there. He shows her a secret passage that leads to a tunnel where all the other animals are held captive. Glinda walks down the aisle and is greeted by Fiero at the altar. Elphaba is horrified by the animal's state. She also spots Dr. Dillamond and runs towards him. She tries to speak to him, but he has lost his ability to speak. The wizard comes there and says that some animals can't be trusted with freedom. He says that he needs to do it, but Elphaba has already figured out his truth. She uses her magic to break all the shackles and says that she will fight him till the day she dies. The cages break open, the animals rush towards the wizard. The couple is about to be married off, but soon all the animals break down the door. They cause a ruckus as everyone runs in panic. The wedding is stopped in the middle as Fiero escorts Glinda to safety. Morrible is attacked and thrown off the cake. Elphaba, on the other hand, has captured the wizard. Just then Fiero comes there with his troops. He asks them to bring as much water as they can. He then frees the wizard and points the gun towards Elphaba. The wizard finally feels safe, but soon he points the gun at him and asks him to get inside the cage. He then gives Elphaba the broom and locks the wizard inside the cage. Just then Glinda gets there and is shocked to see the situation. Fiero looks at Elphaba and says that he is leaving with her. Glinda is shocked to know that they have been going behind her back all this time. Elphaba tries to explain, but she asks both of them to leave. They finally confess their feelings to each other and depart. Glinda is heartbroken, and Morrible shows up there, but it's too late. She says that they need to hunt Elphaba down, but can't do without the monkeys. Glinda has turned spiteful and says that they need to use her sister. She suggests that they need to spread a rumor that her sister is in trouble, and she will come running for her. She then excuses herself, but the wizard says that Elphaba is too smart to fall for such tricks. Morrible says they need to find a more concrete idea. Glinda then goes back to the ruins of her venue and realizes that he never loved her, and she has always been the other woman. She then breaks down in tears. Elphaba, on the other hand, takes Fiero to her cottage. Elphaba exclaims how she never thought that this day would come, and she would hold on to this moment for as long as she can. Fiero says that she is beautiful, but she believes that he is lying. But he says he isn't. He says for the first time, he is seeing things in a different light. Both of them start to fly, and they kiss for the first time midair. Morrible starts to execute her plan and casts a spell. Suddenly, a cyclone picks up and causes destruction in the city. Mass hysteria follows as Nessa frantically looks for Bach. Fiero tells Elphaba that she isn't safe there. He says that he has a castle that no one lives in and they can take shelter there. But just then, she hears Nessa's cry for help. She has a vision of a house flying through the sky. Nessa is caught in the cyclone when the house falls on her and kills her. Elphaba says that her sister is in trouble and she needs to save her. Fiero asks her to come with her, but Elphaba refuses by saying that it's not safe out there. Before leaving, Fiero promises that they will forever be together. Fiero comes out and finds the monkeys. He surrenders in front of them, but they have left the imprisonment and are on Elphaba's side. The next morning, Glinda guides Dorothy towards a wizard by saying that he will be able to help her to return home. She then stands in front of the ruins of the hut and mourns Nessa. Soon, Elphaba shows up there and asks for time to mourn for her sister alone. She then asks for forgiveness for not being able to protect her sister. Glinda asks her not to blame herself, as it was a natural disaster. Elphaba snaps and says that cyclones just don't appear out of nowhere. She also accuses Glinda of giving false hope to Dorothy and encouraging her to take Nessa's shoes. She says that Glinda had no right to give away her sister's last memory. Glinda accuses her of stealing her man. But Elphaba retaliates by saying that he never loved her. He always loved Elphaba, and she can't do anything about it. Glinda slaps her out of anger, and she does the same. Both of them get into a scuffle. Elphaba uses her magic to fly and trick her. Glinda challenges her to a hand-to-hand battle, and they get into a fist fight. But just then, the troops come there and arrest Elphaba. She is baffled and says that she could never believe that Glinda would stoop so low as to use Nessa's death to capture her. Glinda says that she didn't think it would go this far, but just then Fiero shows up with the monkeys. He points his gun towards Glinda and says that if they don't let Elphaba go, he will kill Glinda. Having no other option, they let her go. Fiero asks her to fly away without him. Glinda also gives her back the hat, and she follows his instructions. He then asks the monkeys to follow Elphaba and keep her safe, and they do so. After everyone leaves, the guards capture Fiero. He apologizes to Glinda for everything that he did. Glinda also asks the troops to free him, as he was actually never going to hurt her. He is just in love with Elphaba, but no one listened to her, and they drag her away. Elphaba flies back to her cottage and opens the Book of Grimiri. She uses her spell and finds Fiero being beaten to death. She tries to find his location, but fails miserably. She recalls her college days and everything that she has done for others, but it never led to anything good. And that's when she decides that she will finally acknowledge her title and become the Wicked Witch of the West. She will finally live up to the name that has been bestowed on her. The wizard is sitting in silence when Morrible shows up. She says that Dorothy is coming there with Tin Man, the lion, and a man made out of straw. The wizard says that he is in no condition to do anything else, but she says that these people can help them. The wizard then orders Dorothy and her friends to bring the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West, so everyone knows that she has been dead. The entire town gathered in burning rage to kill Elphaba. Tin Man says that he will do it with his bare hands as he has a personal score to settle with her. Glinda watches everything with terror filled in her eyes. Tin Man says that Elphaba used her magic and turned him into this, and now he has no way back to his normal life. He then forces the lion inside the crowd and says that he's also one of her victims who was kidnapped by her when he was just a cub. He then looks up at Glinda for one final time. She immediately goes back to her room and realizes that her entire life has been built on lies. She has figured that just because she wanted to have the perfect fairy tale, she has caused jeopardy in other people's lives. But it's time for her bubble to burst. She immediately runs to Morrible and asks her to stop, as things have gotten out of hand. But Morrible says that Elphaba is capable of taking care of herself. Glinda slowly grows suspicious and asks her about the cyclone and if she had anything to do with it. Morrible says that she did what needed to be done. Glinda reprimands her, but she snaps and says that it is always what she wanted. She loved the attention, and it is because of her that things have spiraled this far. So it's better that she simply follow her rules, as she is nothing without her help. Glinda finally realizes that they have been behind everything all along. She immediately takes a cover and goes to locate Elphaba with her horse. The townsfolk also gather to finally hunt her down. Elphaba, on the other hand, orders all the animals to hunt down Dorothy and bring back the shoe. Dorothy is captured by the monkeys, who take her to Elphaba. She asks her to take off the shoes and name her aunt, so she can send her back. Glinda soon shows up and says that everyone is coming for her, and she needs to let Dorothy go. She says that she is finally the Wicked Witch, and she will do whatever she wants. A monkey shows up there and hands her a piece of fabric. It happens to be the remains of Fiero's clothes. Glinda breaks down, knowing that Fiero has died. Elphaba says that it's finally time to surrender. She then starts to fill the bucket of water, but Glinda tries to stop her. She says that she will tell everyone the truth, but Elphaba says that she can't do that. She wants Glinda to promise that she will not break the illusion of the Wicked Witch. For them to believe in Glinda, they need to believe Elphaba's story. She then hands Glinda the Grimiri. Glinda says that she can't read it, but Elphaba says that she has to learn. She truly has to become the Good Witch and help the citizens. She says that Glinda was the only friend that she ever had. Glinda says that she did have many friends, but only one who mattered. They finally hold each other's hand and express how they have changed each other's lives. And now it's time for their paths to separate. She then takes Glinda inside the castle and asks her to hide in the closet. Both of them break down knowing what's coming up for them next. Glinda watches from behind the door as Dorothy shows up in the room. She throws the bucket of water, which completely demolishes Elphaba. She then picks up the broom and leaves from there. Glinda finally comes out of the closet and holds the hat. She is crying when a monkey shows up there. He finally speaks and addresses Glinda. He then hands her a potion bottle that the wizard used to carry at all times. Something finally clicks in her mind, and she goes to see the wizard. She hands him the bottle and says that it used to belong to Elphaba's mother, and she used to keep it. The wizard soon recalls his past. Turns out that he was the man who was having an affair with Elphaba's mother. And Elphaba is no one else but his daughter, and that's why she possesses powers from both worlds. The wizard is horrified to know that he has killed his own daughter. Glinda says that he has caused great harm to everyone, and that's why he will be leaving today. She asks him to make any excuse and leaves, and never sets foot in Oz ever again. Next, she goes to Morable's room and asks her to check outside her window. She does so and finds the wizard leaving, taking a permanent leave of absence. She tries to appeal to Glinda one last time and asks for forgiveness. But Glinda says that it's too late and she will put her into a cage just like she was keeping all the other animals captive. Glinda says that her time is over and all the monkeys come and drag her away. Glinda finally embraces the role of the Good Witch and addresses the townsfolk once again. Everyone celebrates as the Wicked Witch is finally dead. Glinda is about to leave when a little girl shows up and asks if she was friends with the Wicked Witch. She says that her paths did cross with the Wicked Witch. She then addresses all the Oceans and asks all the animals to come out of hiding. They do so, and she says that all of them are friends and they need to stick together. And if they allow her, she will reunite everyone and truly become Glinda the Good. Everyone cheers for her, and all the animals are finally let into Oz back again. Soon after, the straw man shows up to castle and opens a secret passage. Elphaba is still there and comes out of hiding. Turns out that the Haemon is actually Fiero and was conjured back to life by Elphaba's magic. And the castle belongs to Fiero, which he had mentioned earlier. They had created this entire plan to trick everyone and finally be free. They finally embrace each other and leave. But Elphaba leaves her hat behind. Both of them finally start their journey to the beyond. Glinda takes the Gramarye and goes to the abandoned castle. She finds Elphaba's hat there and calls for her. Elphaba hears her as well and responds. Both of them cry tears of joy knowing that they are safe. The Gramarye starts to light up as finally Glinda has been able to use it. Elphaba finally knows that Glinda is ready to take her place and leaves. You were watching a recap of the 2025 film Wicked. For good. Hit the like button if you have enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel and get notified about our next video. Till then, you may also like this.